Alright, greetings programs. This is Wretch, and welcome back to Star Wars The Old Republic Imperial Agent. And in the last stream, we went through the planet of Kesh, guys, or Quesh, and just took out 3 huts, all in one stream, so I was very pleased with that. And now we're moving on to one of the more infamous planets in the Star Wars universe. We are heading to Hoth, the planet made famous as the location of the Battle of Hoth, where the Alliance got their butt kicked by the Empire. It's considered to be one of the biggest Alliance losses, kind of tactical losses, in the Galactic Civil War. And we're going to see what it looks like 3,600 years before the Battle of Yavin. But before we do that, we need to go ahead and talk to the rest of the crew. We're going to save Killick for last. And we will go ahead and have a chat with the Doctor first. Let me double check and make sure everything is looking good here. By the way, thank you very much to Cog Whistle, who, not subscribed, but who followed during the little pre-show music interlude. Greetings, program, and welcome.
Cypher,
can't see it.
Vector and I were just...
Whoops, 1 second. Let me go ahead and exit out of that. That was my bad. Everything's been looking kind of weird lately. There we go. Now, that should be better. Hey, Oni. Now that we got that nonsense out of the way, let's go ahead and actually do what we came here to do.
Cypher, join us. Vector and I were just discussing Moff Letshara.
We never met her, of course.
Quite fortunate that. But Vector did know her husband, a fine Dejaric player and a scribe of the Ilfmar Gambit.
We apparently share the Doctor's taste in theatre.
I didn't know you were interested in theatre.
Think of it as a testing ground for human nature, much like the game of Dejaric.
We can finish this later, Doctor.
That's cool that they're
Your crew members
interacting.
are delightful people. For instance, did you know Mistress Killick is fluent in Kalish profanities? A rare and admirable skill. I wonder how you manage them. Leadership is such a delicate thing.
Well, I don't trust them in their skills, but they do follow my orders. Let's say I'd be happy to take advice.
You sound like you've thought about this.
I confess it had crossed my mind. A dead or alienated colleague is a resource lost, and in our business, it's a small step from being disliked to being blacklisted.
Alienate enough people and you find yourself running unauthorized missions on a dead planet.
Quite. I could tell you stories. But I'm afraid I have to attend to my data analysis program. Another time, Cypher.
I am kind of curious to hear the Doctor's story. Didn't really help much with characterization or flavor on Quesh, but still. Let me go ahead and switch that over real quick. Alright. Now we will talk to Vector, see if he has had any developments on his searching for the swarm.
We've been dreaming lately. Great Spitcrete vessels weep dew above the castle lands. Their engines scorch the air. Dart ship swarms shade the sky, humming a song of farewell. We remember the Great Migration, when the lost nests departed Alderaan.
What was the point of the migration? Why did so many Killicks leave?
That we don't remember. Resources, perhaps? But there's something else. In our dream, there is a mosaic that mirrors the stars and shows us the Lost One's destination. We request leave for a pilgrimage, Agent, to follow the first steps of the migrant Killicks.
Oh wow, we're getting right to that, aren't we?
You think the lost nests are still out there?
It's been millennia since the migration, and we doubt we'll see more than dust or petrified shells. Still, the journey honors our kin. We're already packed.
Well,
We've spent a lot of time and money on you. You'll need a bodyguard to keep you out of trouble.
We are Dawn Herald. We have some ability to defend ourselves.
So I guess that's a no. Sometime later. Please don't shoot us in the back.
So you made it back from your pilgrimage.
Our journey is over. We saw strange worlds and markers set in stone and frozen lakes of steaming colors, but no Killicks. The colony found planets that suited them, but none that could support them. They divided into 1,000 nests, each going its own way, to 100 different stars.
I know this isn't the end you were hoping for.
We forged a connection to the lost colony. Even if we didn't find it, this means a great deal. In any event, we're sorry. What? There is a scent here.
You're not giving up already. We apologize for surprising you, but it took time for us to become aware of your presence. More to find you. But we welcome you nonetheless. We are Dizana, of the Lesai Nest.
How did you get this number? Vector, your call.
Dizana, I represent the Sith Empire, along with Vector Hillis.
Yes, but are you Vector?
Dizana of Lese. We are Dawn Herald of Oroboro.
Oroboro? We barely recognize the scent. We thought we'd lost the nests of Alderaan until you followed. Our fleet ship pursued you here. The colony still exists, spun across the stars. Our nests still kin. 1 trillion and more Killicks will dance and sing tonight.
Your ship followed Vector on his way back from the pilgrimage.
Even after he was gone, he left an impression we could follow. Our emissaries are not far from your own. Let them touch and bring knowledge.
Yes, the Lese shall rejoice. She offers dancing and Membrosia the chance to walk the tunnels of the Synapse Comb.
The Dawn Herald must come with us. As his partner, you may accompany and share in our joy.
Well, this could be a very interesting chance to gain some intel on the Killick nest, because remember, they said like billions of them, and that could be a potential threat to the Empire. So, yeah.
I'd love to see a Killick celebration lead the way.
Don't worry. We'll be out before the pheromones bond to your system.
Thanks.
The Membrosia runs in golden rivers.
Oh, Lord.
You're doing well. Accompany the joiners, if you wish. Morning comes soon. We're impressed. You held up well. More to the point, you brought together the fragments of an ancient people. We can't fully express our gratitude. We hear the singing of 1,000 nests, and are at peace.
Well, let's go ahead and just be blunt with him.
I didn't do it for you or for the Killicks. I did it to gain an edge. The colony owes us a favor. One day I'll call it in.
Imperial diplomacy at its finest, Agent.
Yes, indeed. That's still got a 650 influence gain with Vector. And our rank just went up to 7. I love how they're doing the companion stuff now. Alright. Now that just leaves us with Kaleo.
You wanted to talk?
Is it date night again?
Hey, you're looking nice. Can we do this a little later? I've got something going on.
Anything I should know about?
Nope. Everything's good.
Cleo, why don't we go back to my place? It's a lot warmer than... Oh.
Hi.
Get out of here, Devin.
It's Dibbin.
Out.
Right out the airlock. Oh.
No need to hurry out. It's good to meet you, Dibbin.
You too. Look, she said it was her ship. I don't want to cause problems, so I'll just go.
Sorry, he's just a guy. I think he's a dock worker or something. I found him the other night. We had a few drinks and I brought him here. Not a big deal, okay?
If it's not a big deal, you could have been up front.
Sorry, I didn't want you to know. Figured you'd get all possessive like we bonded for life. If you've got a problem, deal with it. I don't owe you anything.
Up.
I never said you owed me. I don't think I suggested it.
So what then? You're just gonna stand there? This is stupid, Agent. I'm gonna have a shower.
And we're just gonna let her go. And she disapproves. Plain heart. I guess it was just one of that you need to prove that you should be with me kind of thing. That's really not how Threll works. He doesn't negotiate with terrorists. And we just hit level 48, so huzzah. That mission is still orange, though. And let's go ahead and travel to Hoth. Are there any more space missions? Oh, Ascendancy Barrier. Which we can't do yet. But that's okay. 1,000 credits to travel to Hoth. Let's see what it looks like. Yeah, she can't be vulnerable in any way, shape, or form.
Codename Legate to Base Command. Come in, Base Command.
Base Command receiving, Legate.
Hey, Sarah.
Don't be surprised if I cut out. The whole Hoth system is murder on the comms. And not so good for people, either.
I'll keep the signal clear. What's my mission?
Hoth's a frozen rock, not worth much on its own. But years back, it saw one of the war's biggest battles. Hundreds of ships got dragged into the atmosphere, made a sort of a starship graveyard for the best girls in the fleet. You're going to bring one home.
I hijacked a transport once. Never made off with a whole ship.
I heard rumors. Tell me the story someday. It's a war zone down there. Republic salvage operations, Imperial saboteurs, and the White Maw. Few thousand pirates who want the scrap for themselves. Plus the Starbreeze is a Mu-type shuttle. Slip of a thing. Haven't been able to locate her in the wreckage. Our only lead is inside the Imperial Army.
Ah, so that explains that. Oh, we're doing good, Sarah. Hope you can say the same. We finished talking to the rest of the crew. Went and visited a Killick swarm with Vector. Kaleo is a little bit moody, but hopefully she'll cool off once we get to Hoth. And other than that, it's just business as usual.
What makes the SIS want this shuttle so badly?
The Starbreeze belongs to the Republic. It's important to us. That's all I can say for now.
Uh-huh.
If this ship is special, I need to know why. What if I find it damaged? Is it carrying special cargo?
Assume that the Starbreeze is exactly what it seems and try to preserve its condition. I have faith in your abilities. We have reports that Layak Davos, an Imperial Admiral who fought in the Battle of Hoth, is assembling an expedition to the Starship Graveyard. He's after a long list of salvage, the Starbreeze included. Join Admiral Davos and get that shuttle to us instead.
It was a cool, one-time stream. I killed 3 Hutts in 2 hours, which I consider an accomplishment.
You'll have the ship before the Admiral knows it's gone.
Codename Hunter will contact you from the field. He's en route to Hoth now. In the meantime, talk to Admiral Davos' search and recovery men at the Imperial base. With any luck, they'll show us the way.
And no secret password. Okay. Interesting. Well, I am looking forward to this. And we definitely need to go visit we got some mail. And I've got some gear here we need to unpackage. The Toxic Targeter set. And some money. Leggings and belt. Is this the set that we saw that had the cape? Oh, yes. What nonsense. Ugh. Alright. Well, good thing we're wearing white. We're going to be have some additional camouflage. So as we found out from the explanation on Hoth at the end of the last stream and what we just found out here, Hoth around this time, 3,600 years before the Battle of Yavin, is very similar to Jakku that we know from The Force Awakens. It's a graveyard for starships. Oni still thinks Cleo would look good in a cape. I'm willing to give it a shot. We'll see. I think she can go ahead and wear this armor. Ooh, speaking of Cleo, let's go ahead and...
We'll talk.
Hey.
Hey, Cleo. Now, let's see what you look like in a cape.
Yeah.
It does look a lot better than when a guy's wearing it, though. Or at least when Threll's wearing it. I don't know if it fits, though. Can we put the rest of the gear on her? Let's see. Some of the pants, and we're not going to put the helmet on her because that would just be meh. And boots. And where are the gloves at? I know there's gloves somewhere here. Belts. She actually looks like a wannabe Sith Lord. That's kind of strange. Dashing. And targeter. Let's see if we can find that a little bit later. Come on, Cleo. I don't know if I like it, but it's a little bit more white than what we normally have, which will help for this mission on Hoth, I think. Oh. You can see here the Death Star orbiting the forest moon of Endor. Although the weapon systems on this Death Star are not yet operational, the station does contain a strong defense mechanism. It is protected by an energy shield which is generated by the nearby forest moon of Endor. The shield is to be deactivated if any attack is to be attempted. Once the shield is down, our fighters will create a perimeter, while our fighters fly in, or cruisers will create a perimeter, while our fighters fly into the superstructure and attempt to knock out the main reactor. You can see how dirty your monitor screen is. Lovely. Anytime I see a holographic planet, that speech just pops in my head. Okie doke. We got a briefing officer here.
Hoth briefing in a few minutes. Mandatory for all those going planetside.
Awesome. Ensign?
Good evening, sir. Welcome to the Adama space station. I gather this visit is because you'll be traveling through to the surface of Hoth.
That's the intent.
I'll be scanning you so I can customize your cold weather equipment. Then I'll arrange your briefing. There we are. As you're on the VIP list, Lieutenant Halpern will brief you. He's in the theater. Good day.
Ooh, I like the theater. And he was the guy up here.
Good to have you with us. The men were wondering if they'd get to see the VIP. Ostensibly, the conflict on Hoth is over salvage from a battle that happened above the planet. In reality, it is our trap for the Republic.
I hadn't heard anything about a trap on Hoth. Explain.
The fight with the Republic has lasted for years now. The objective on Hoth is not to end the battle, but to sustain it. We want our forces small and mobile, and while the Republic keeps chasing victory, we bleed them dry of personnel and equipment.
I think I've heard enough.
If you say so, sir.
Sir, forgive the interruption. I brought by your survival equipment.
Okay.
We were just finishing, Ensign.
This should keep your core body temperature up. When you're ready, report to a pilot in the shuttle bay for transport to the planet.
Colonel Vanis at Dawn Base will be waiting for you. Good luck down there.
And we have got cold weather equipment. Increases elemental resistance by 10% for 60 minutes. The stim pack stacks with others. Any travel or logout will remove the effect. Interesting. I didn't see any other oh wait, never mind. There's a medical droid. We can go ahead and sell our crap. We want to keep Khalio's old gear, just in case.
Please use all products only as intended.
And sell. Sell. That's a gift. Combat belt. Mastery, armor. Eh. We'll keep the cold weather equipment. Sell. Definitely selling the headgear, because that looked like crap. And there's the boots. I guess we didn't get any gloves. That's a shame. And then Toxic Targeter's package. More gifts and crafting materials. All in a day's work. Alright. Now, I know Khalio is not happy with us right now, so we will go ahead and hand her a fake identity document. Which should help her out.
You know me way too well.
There you go. Turn that frown upside down. Yeah, some of the helmets just look horrible. But to be fair, other than like Vader and some of the stormtroopers, Star Wars doesn't have a good reputation with helmets. Think about the ones that the rebels on the Tantive 4 wore. Dorn base. So we got Damas, which is a nice Battlestar Galactica reference, and now we have Dorn, which is a nice little Game of Thrones reference. Do Dornish girls count?
End of the line. Everybody out. You've got a meeting with Commander Triton.
Yes.
Hey, Wildo. Welcome to the stream, and thank you very much for the bits.
My briefing said I was to meet a Colonel Vanis.
I don't know anything about that. Commander Triton's the one listed as in charge now. I'm sure he can fill you in on the story. I need to de-ice the shuttle here.
Alright, so already we have some... Oh, those are cool-looking battle droids. Look at that! They look like AT-ATs meet a droid deca. That's pretty sick looking. Nice. And this looks very similar to Echo Base. It's kind of ironic. And that's the Imperial Agent phase. Let's go ahead and check the rest of this stuff first. Talk to the commander. And what do we got there? Ooh, Chiss, lore object. I'm a lore object.
Your advice boils down to doing nothing, and that I cannot do.
Sir, I respect your bravery, but if you see this through personally, you will be dead. And whose leadership will we have then?
Hello!
Ah, the agent. It's good you've arrived. This is Commander Triton, and I am his advisor, Udris.
Lieutenant Halpin sent word you would be coming, and we've never had greater need of you.
Colonel Vanis, the commander of this base, is missing. We fear he's dead, along with all the most experienced men from this base.
It's nice to see a fellow Chiss, so let's just be pleasant here.
It is pleasant to be among such fine company.
We have been here longer than the Empire. It was our breakthrough that first alerted them to the Republic presence.
The Chiss have proven their worth to us, Udris especially, during this emergency.
An emergency that grows more dire every moment the Colonel is missing. This was the distress call we received.
Scout 1 to Dawn Base. Heavy casualties. Taking heavy casualties. We're under attack. We can't see the...
Sounds like Wampas to me. Did you get your internet problems settled, Wildo?
What on this world could take out an armed group of officers?
Besides the Republic, there are Wampers, pirates, mostly aliens unafraid of the Empire.
But we can't simply cower in our base when the mission is to damage and exhaust the Republic.
And our men can't do it. Commander, this visit is a gift to us from fate.
You will soon know all you need to. You have my word.
Good. Intel is the priority. We must learn what happened to Vanis and rescue him if he still lives. Our best case scenario is that Colonel Vanis' communications tipped off the Republic, and he's gone quiet.
But if I were out in that cold, I'd have called for a rescue. If you can find the Colonel, everyone on this base is in your debt.
So they must really like the Colonel. And we've got level 42 mod vendor.
Looking to upgrade your arsenal?
Okay, now we can go ahead and do this. So we need lethal mod 21. We need 8 of these. I'm going to see if I can remember this correctly. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 barrel. Like so. And then armoring, I think enhancements were 6. And armoring was 7. Let me double check on that. Armor. Yep. Got that done. Resistive armoring, versatile armoring, or armoring. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6.
Good hunting.
And we will be able to get all of our armor looking ship shape. Like so. New mods.
You and me?
Is anyone else, like, eager for the weekend? Because I am really, really looking forward to it. My week has not been pleasant so far. As a matter of fact, I'm actually having some trouble walking right now because I've apparently I've either strained or hyperextended or something, a tendon in my foot. And walking is proving to be difficult. Which makes my job oh so fun. 25. This will get us all nice and properly equipped. I don't know if our health's going to gradually go down. Because if we don't use the cold weather equipment. That would be some awesome flavor if that were the case. 25. Almost done here, guys. Sorry, you know we need to do this every time we go to a planet. That's the price we pay for our awesome looking gear. Oh, no worries. I actually have some, I don't know the name. Oh, here it is. Volta something or other. It's kind of like Aspercream or something like that on steroids, which is supposed to really help out like inflammation and everything. So hopefully it will do what I need it to. And we need to set this belt back up to proper. And pants. Definitely have to mod the pants.
All right, make me look good.
And the boots. And we should be in good shape now. Alright. Ready to face the day. Now we got a lot of heroic missions right here, which we are going to avoid for right now. the Long Cold Silence, which is that way. We've got a cantina down here. Let's go ahead and explore the base a little bit. And this place looks miserable. But it's got a cute bartender. Hello, ma'am.
Take a look. Everything you see is for sale.
Hydro thinner. Work tool used by crews in sub-zero temperatures, most likely used on planets such as Hoth to remove the ice from ships and other equipment. Interesting. I wonder if we need to grab one of those. And we got a social items vendor.
Your money's always good here.
Hailstorm Brotherhood boots. What does that look like? Oh man. Gonna look like a Viking Chiss. Or one of the wildlings. Okay. The Zerka Eye. Oh, that's a cool looking probe droid. And the Orlean Fury, which does not look good.
Come again.
Yeah, that was some bad, that was a bad connection, wasn't it? I've hyperextended or pulled something in my foot, Wildo, so I have to use this kind of Aspercream on steroids, this prescribed stuff, to actually try and get the inflammation to calm down because part of my foot is swollen, so I can't even wear a pair of sneakers because it hurts a lot, and we were modding pants. So, there you go.
We can't win, sir. I don't understand why we stay.
Alright, let's go ahead and see what our task is here.
Satellite's dead. What do your people know about Grid Alpha 9?
Pirate territory, heavily fortified.
Can you get me numbers?
Perhaps, but our manpower is limited.
Manpower? Excuse me. Captain Leo Firth, search and recovery. Saw your docking authorization. You must be our visitor from intelligence.
Cypher 9. I'm on unattached wartime duty, here to see Admiral Davos.
Sergeant, you're dismissed. Your friends in the Chiss Ascendancy know Hoth pretty well, but friendship only goes so far. So, what's your business with the Admiral?
Huh.
That information is for the Admiral's ears only.
Then you're out of luck. He left base with his expedition 36 hours ago. Long-range comms are almost useless in this weather. You want to wait? He'll be back in a few weeks.
Yowza.
Give me his last known location and I'll be going.
Look, there might still be a crew at the expedition launch site. It's where the Admiral's supply line to the Starship graveyard starts. But trying to reach the launch point now is suicide. Weather's bad, and there are Republic commandos in the area.
I don't plan to stay out longer than I have to, but Admiral Davos isn't leaving without me.
Understood, sir. I hope you find what you're after.
Thanks. I could go ahead and show you guys my foot. It's not like red or anything like that. It's just, you can tell that there's swelling on one side of it. It's on like on your right side of your foot, the far right side where it arches, all of that is like swollen to the point that if I put my foot down on the ground, the swelling actually touches before the rest of my foot does. So it happens every so often. I don't know why. I guess it's maybe due to the fact that maybe my height and my weight. Maybe I slept wrong. It's kind of like getting a Charlie horse in the middle of the night. You wake up thinking that someone just stabbed you. And nothing new from the Imperial Agent trainer. Okay. Looks like we are getting out of here. Oh, no. There. It looks like we have to wait for the elevator. Now, how much do we have left on our cartel markets? We have 210. And apparently we get 50% off the creature companion Wampa today, and today only, which is a shame. I don't want to buy it though, because I don't think Wampas should be companions. But, oh, there's our elevator. And elevator go up. Every time I see, like, stuff like this that looks like Echo Base now, I don't think of Empire Strikes Back. I think of Star Wars Battlefront, the EA one, because I played so many rounds.
To the wrong planet, Agent. There's nothing here worth having.
True, Cleo is still salty. Imperial officers, we got medical services, aplenty. And see, this is like deep above ground. And is this all of Hoth? Oh, never mind. Hoth is a big planet. Yowza. Subscriber vendor.
You won't find a better bargain.
A Tundra Tauntaun. 15 Tauntaun domestication data.
Come back anytime.
See anything you like?
And a Tauntaun lure has a chance to lure out a protective Tauntaun which fed on a fawn in a Tauntaun nest. Defend the nest to collect domestication data.
Come again.
That's cool. We could actually get one of these for a mount. I thought they smelled bad on the outside. And we've got a quest here from a sergeant.
Nothing but a bunch of namby-pamby cowards on this frozen rock. Think I like hearing me teeth chatter and knees knock, my sweat freeze and breath blind me? Not a scrap. But I got a job to do, and by gum I aim to do it.
You know, that hairstyle is probably horrible for this climate.
Sounds like you could use a hand.
Whoa, sorry about that, didn't see you. Kind of snowblind, I guess. None of those remarks were aimed at you. In fact, my mission calls for someone of your obvious capabilities. Colonel Vanis left orders to stop the Republic from tracking our deployments here. I figured out the enemy's MO, but need the firepower to squash it.
What exactly do you need?
Republic scouts have set up a series of short-range relays. Need to activate one to jam their communications. Can't activate without a data card from one of the scouts. Gonna have to get one of them the old-fashioned way. You game?
Consider it done.
You're a lifesaver. Republic scouts range around the lower ruins, spying on us and disappearing. Get a data card off one of them, and then find one of their relay consoles in the outer edge. I'll be here and can jam their relays once you're done.
I have to say, I really like the way that Threll looks on this planet. It just seems made for him. Of course, I believe the Chiss homeworld is also kind of a cold, crystalline place. Go to the broadcast coordinates and loot a data card from a Republic scout. See, I never got Charlie horsed. My brother's 9 years older than me. I just got armbarred a lot because he was a cop for quite a significant amount of time, and whenever he learned something new at the academy and needed someone to test it on, guess who became the lucky guinea pig? Like, hey bro, I need to test something. I'd be like, oh, Tals are here. Holy crap. Okay, so these are Tals. You may have remembered seeing one in the Mos Eisley Cantina. His name was Muftak. And he had a little rat companion named Cabe. They have a really cool story in Tales from Jabba's Palace. Interesting. So, wonder what they're doing here. Well, before we do that, let's get the data card from the Republic Scout. Because everything else here is storyline. Which is interesting. Republic commandos and foot soldiers, aplenty. Hello.
You and me, getting there.
And down you go. Please drop what you... Yes. This data card contains the information gathered by the scout as well as the encryption... Oh, hello there, probe droid. Yeah. We'll have to do that another time. Bum 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 bum. It's an igloo. And someone just decloaked. Republic ambusher? Well then. No. Oh, Kallio. Well, I tried to let you guys live, but unfortunately, me and my associate are having a bit of a conflict. I hope you understand. I don't know what comfort that'll be to your families. Only male in a house of 12 for 15 years. I would have killed for a brother. Hell's bells, Wildo. You should get a medal for that. I think the same thing if you grew up as a, if you grew up a girl with a house full of boys. It'd be the exact same kind of thing. Like, there should be medals, achievement unlocked. Well, since we're close by, let's go ahead and turn this quest in. Maybe it'll lead to something else. And the expedition launch site, that's for the class. Long Cold Silence is the trying to find the colonel.
You're done great. Got the activation signal from the Republic data relay, and we're already jamming their comm. Thanks to you, things are getting hot round here.
I'm here to help. Vector's armored boots, Loken's armored boots, Kallio's armored boots. Oh, we can get some new armor for the gang. Well, since Kallio is... Let's do that. We'll get Kallio a new set of clothes. That should make her happy. At least I hope. And now we'll go try and Sneaky Ice Cat. Oh, that's adorable. I want one. It's even got like a little barbed tail. Imagine the furniture you could get scratched up with one of those things. Okay, now this is where we found the towels, isn't it? Yes, it is. So let's drop down here and hope we don't get into combat. And it's a beautiful day outside. It's just freezing. Usually works out whenever you're the only boy, only girl in a house with other siblings as opposite genders. And you have one of those as a mount? I'm jealous, Sarah. Do you have a name for it? Like Cupcake? Or some such? So I guess these may be pirates? Tal's pirates? Which is kind of strange. These guys became slave labor for the Empire during the Galactic Civil War. Not the Sith Empire, but Palpatine's. Oh, you don't use it that much? Alright, Kallio, can you heal me up, please?
Rise and shine.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Find Colonel Vanis. Tal's spotter.
Are we waiting for something?
No. Well, we were waiting to get out of the elevator. This kind of reminds me of... What is the name of that movie? Where it's a post-apocalyptic movie and, like, Earth is frozen, like in an ice age, and they're on a train. Does anyone know what I'm talking about? I can't remember the name of it for the life of me, but it kind of reminds me a little bit of it. It's got Chris Evans, Captain America. Oh, alas, poor Colonel Vanis. We knew ye not. We're gonna search your corpse, though. Return to Commander Triton. Well, congratulations, Commander. You are about to get promoted. Snowpiercer? Was that it? Snowpiercer or Ice Piercer? I think it had Piercer in it. Now that's gonna bug me for the rest of the night until I figure it out. The Day After Tomorrow? No, it was this really cool kind of apocalyptic film where I guess society, I haven't got a chance to see it from beginning to end. I have seen parts of it though. Like all of society is on a train just going across the tundra or through this like frozen wasteland that Earth has become. I think it's called Snowpiercer. But there's like factions and like political intrigue going on the train since everyone's kind of smushed up in close quarters. It's kind of a strange cyberpunk if you think about it. Serious pain for us kids that get to be the solo boy / girl. I don't know, I just had my brother. But my brother was 9 years older, so we didn't have a whole lot in common. We do now in a lot of ways. We're into the same kind of geeky stuff. He's not nearly as geeky as I am, but he also has like a wife and 3 kids and a ton of other like stuff in his life. But when we get together, my sister-in-law does tend to roll her eyes a lot at all of our really obscure 80s and 90s movie references. Snowpiercer. Okay, good. That is good to know. And now we will just go ahead and fly. Something was attacking me. Oh. I think a Tulls had jumped up and was... Oh, by the way, guys, I got a new speeder. It looks awesome. I believe it's called the Manta. I bought it with cartel coins, and I think it's like black and sleek. Or it's that typical Imperial black and gray that I think looks really good for our agent. Looks like we got some bases all over the place, too. This is very strange. I would never think Hoth would actually have anything resembling settlements on it. But eventually, if these buildings were left alone, the snow would claim them. Relatively quickly, I would assume. And we are now on the frigid plain. Tons of Tauntauns doing their thing. And what is this? Oh. This looks to be a Imperial base of some kind. Imperial glacial troopers. Ah, this looks like a place where the Alliance would have a mission. Why is it you can go an entire day without any real interaction, but the moment you start doing something, everyone wants your attention? Yeah, I hate that. As a self-professed hermit, that can definitely be one of those things where you can be like, alright, I'm going to sit down, I'm going to focus on getting this project done, and then your phone just explodes with people that need you for something.
Packed and ready, Admiral. Unless you're worried about the captain's flare.
No. We cannot wait.
Intruder alert.
Hi.
Is this how they're supposed to react?
Officer, I am Admiral Davos, commander of this expedition. You were not expected.
I have full authorization to be here. Is there a problem?
You must excuse our caution. Hoth is not a world that forgives mistakes, a lesson that scarred me long ago.
Weapons down, everyone.
We are in the midst of a delicate operation. These men are preparing to follow me to the starship graveyard.
The Minister of Intelligence says I'm to assist your men and ensure the interests of the Empire.
I see. Months ago, I could have accommodated this. Now, I'm afraid we approach the crisis point, and I cannot afford additional risk. Commander, torture him and find out what he knows, then kill him.
Beg your pardon? Holy crap. Okay. He's gone rogue. Bunch of traitors. A lot of you. You know what happens to traitors? They get shanked.
You live. It is good. Don't bother returning to base. Captain Firth is gone, and Admiral Davos bribed most of the others.
Okay.
You were with Search and Recovery?
Correct. There is a location beyond the frozen lake. You'll find answers. Coordinates sent.
I'm on my way.
For the glory of the Ascendancy.
Oh, yeah. Okay, head to Sergeant Thent's location. If we're going to be working for the Chiss Ascendancy, that throws a whole new thread. Because that, I think Threll would be one of those people that he does serve the Empire, but when home calls, we gotta answer. Interesting. This pleases me greatly. Alright, head to Sergeant Thent's coordinates. Before we do that, let us go ahead and travel back to the base. I'm already enjoying it here on the icy planet. I think we're going to have some fun. That actually is one of my favorite Kylo Ren lines. When he screams traitor at Finn at the end of Force Awakens. I just thought that was done with a lot of emotion. I thought he did a great job at it. Moth. Premium Experimental Versatile Stim. Cool. Take that. And go figure out what's going on here. We also got a GSI
What can I get for you?
Requisition Officer. Ooh, all the
Come back
stims.
anytime.
Hoth is fun as an agent, especially a Chiss agent. Thank you. That makes me feel good knowing that.
I found Colonel Vanis. He was dead, murdered by Republic Tals.
Tals. That would make sense. Cold adapted, Republic aligned. I've not killed their kind before. What about you, Commander?
What? Yes, of course.
The base awaits your orders, Commander.
We are having deep morale issues in the forward outpost. I must show them that we can triumph without Colonel Vanis. Now is the time for reprisals. These chittering animals will not get away with this. I want 10 of the Republic to suffer for every one of ours dead. I want every last Tolls wiped out, their heads on sticks out in the frost.
Anything you'd like to add?
The main thrust of the plan is sensible, but given our limited knowledge, I suggest the plan be refined before use. A covert action is advisable, or we'll end up wiping out one group and causing the rest to go into hiding. I have data arrays we could install in their communications link. If we did that, we could locate and estimate their numbers before we hit them.
And I have data arrays we could install in their communication. If we did that, we could locate and estimate their numbers before we hit them. I'm going to go ahead and go with our brother Chiss here on this.
They weren't carrying handheld comms. They've probably got way stations. I can bug those.
This sounds plausible. As much as I hate to admit it, Udris is usually right about these things.
Commander! Come in, Commander!
Go ahead, Scout 5.
We found a nest of Tolls on the ice lake. Too many to engage. Transmitting coordinates now.
Neat.
Our luck is changing. If we can get those arrays into whatever they're using for communications, we'll soon know what we need.
When you're done, report to the forward outpost. It's closer to the lake, and the men there can see your success in person.
Cool, because we want to make sure. Now we've got accuracy rating and endurance. That's okay. I would actually prefer something else.
See anything you like?
Let's sell that. We'll keep the cold weather equipment, identity implant.
Come again.
Alright. So it's one of those things, if we go ahead and just kill the Tulls, or at least one group of them, it's going to force the rest of that little rebellion that they have, or Republic force, in hiding. And we can't really afford that right now. So we need to find out where all of them are, so we can let the Empire know for coordinated assaults, or we'll just head to all the cells and just wipe them out. Wipe them out. All of them. But we gotta wait for the elevator first, unfortunately. Because our quick travel is still on cooldown. There we go. Can we actually mount in here? Ah! Yes, we can. I hope you guys are liking the later stream time. I know for a fact that I am, because I was kind of tired when I got off work today and my foot was hurting. So because I started at 8 o'clock instead of 7 o'clock now Central, I was able to catch a little bit of a nap, and I feel not tired during the stream. Even with like the energy drinks and everything. Well, we had a forward bunker to go to. Let's go ahead and travel that way.
Authorized destinations.
See, we got all the flight points. We got Drift Hills Imperial Outpost. Excuse me, Jagged Hills Imperial Garrison.
Travel route is confirmed.
Let's fly across the tundra. Get a lay of the land, as it were. And we've arrived. More awake later at night anyway. Yeah, I understand that. I have to force myself to go to sleep. Alright, let's see if there's any quests here that we can grab. We've got a Stims vendor. And Garrick Loss, which I don't know who that is. We may find out a little bit later. Alright, we'll head to the Sergeant's location first and see what kind of intrigue is going on here with the Chiss Ascendancy. White Maw Sharpshooter. Oh, these are the pirates. Interesting. We'll probably have quest open up to us once we take care of the Tulls and then report back to the front. New discovery, the Bitter End. Such great names for locales. As long as we don't find a Great Pit of Carcoon and a Sarlacc, I think we'll be in good shape. And this is more what I was thinking about. Just kind of desolate snow and ice. Inside of the eyelids for 2 hours and giving up. Ugh. I listen to ASMR videos. Chiss Cold Weather Commando. There's another base here. Interesting. And their family. So it looks like we have our own little colony here to check out. Tull's Training Camp. Chiss Observer. Chiss Officer.
Right,
Chiss Commander.
good.
This is the kind of stuff I wanted to sink my teeth into, as far as the Old Republic goes. I think it's going to be a lot of fun, because we know so little about the Chiss Ascendancy. At least I never did from reading the bit of Zahn's novels. Though you do find out little bits and pieces as Zahn kept on writing stuff. But oh, that's cool. Cleo's cape fluttered. Chiss Zero Station.
No wind chill down here. Start a few fires and we'll call it home.
Sir, sorry for not contacting you sooner. No one thought Admiral Davos's men would actually start shooting. Ensign Rena Temple, Chiss Expansionary Defense Force. Welcome to Zero Station.
Interesting.
Since I arrived on Hoth, I've been lied to, marked for death, and nearly frozen. I want an explanation.
I plan to give you one, sir. Along with a heating pack. You do look a bit chilled. This is a top-secret Chiss Ascendancy installation. Self-sufficient, running in parallel with the above-ground outposts. Paranoia at work.
But our paranoia paid off.
And this is our base commander, Aristocra Saganu.
It's an honor to have you with us, despite the situation with Admiral Davos. Welcome home.
Okay, hi.
You've had this hidden base all along.
Zero Station was originally a deep space listening post. When the war came to the Hoth system, we kept it a secret. It served the Defense Force well. No Imperial has ever set foot inside.
Isn't she Imperial?
I'm not at liberty to discuss Ensign Temple's situation. Suffice it to say, she is a valued member of our unit.
Perhaps we should move on. The mission?
My agents have been watching Admiral Davos for months. We became suspicious when he brought in his own crew, officers loyal to him, and covered it with bribes. Lately, he brought heavy equipment and guns, built an army for his expedition to the Starship Graveyard. You threatened his control.
A career admiral doesn't commit treason out of the blue.
It must be after the Graveyard's salvage,
Chiss
prototype technology, military databanks. It could make him unimaginably wealthy. I won't proceed without Imperial sanction. Grant it, and we can stop Admiral Davos and his plans together.
Fair enough.
I'm in. What's our next move?
The White Moor pirates control the wastelands between here and the Starship Graveyard. The Admiral's been sending his people out there for weeks.
My scouting party caught them burying some sort of supply caches. We don't know what the Admiral's caches are for, but if you could get us reconnaissance scans, they might give us a lead on the man himself.
These drop points, any ideas at all?
Emergency supplies, deliveries to the pirates. We just don't know.
These are the drop point locations. Contact me when you get the scans, and we'll find our man. Chiss Honor.
Okay, I need to know, Sarah, or anyone who knows, is Ensign Temple the companion that we get here? She is? Okay. Khaleo, I'm afraid you're about to get kicked to the curb. Can't wait to find out her story. But you do read in some of the stuff, at least in the expanded universe, about humans that are kind of adopted by the Chiss, such as the Fell family. So that's kind of cool. And I think Threll's just kind of sitting here like, oh my god, competence, honest to god competence. And not one Sith to be found currently. I'm sure that's probably going to change. But still. I bet he considers it a nice change of pace. Now we need to search for the first cache, which is communications array buried in ice. Starship Graveyard is all the way on the other side of the planet. So let's go ahead and fast travel back to the bunker. And then we'll take care of the Tall's things, I think. Actually, let's check the speeder service. Where do we need to go?
Service, sir.
Leth Outpost speeder. Okay.
Travel route is confirmed.
Yowza. And I guess we're heading this way. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of intrigue involving the Chiss here, and maybe conflicts of interest with the Empire. It'll be interesting to see how both sides kind of explain their positioning, because that's going to be a big determining factor in what Threll decides to do. Okay, we got Tal's village. Yep, well, kind of makeshift village, but still. Bum 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 bum. What do we need to destroy here? What is it? Bug communications node. Right here? Ah. That's one. And Kaleo apparently wants to talk to us on the ship. Uh-oh. She's gonna be like, I saw you looking at her. Hey, Brandon. Thank you very much for the follow. Greetings, program. Welcome to the stream. We are currently on the infamous planet of Hoth, which is heavily populated compared to what I am normally comfortable with. And right now there is a camp full of Republic-aligned Tals that we are currently in the process of bugging their encampments. Sleep, my furry friend. That's node 1, just got one more to go. And it's this camp this way. I do like kind of the makeshift, the camp. See, this kind of stuff right here would be really cool for like a housing idea. Like a little camp or something that you could do in the middle of nowhere. I said before, one of the primary reasons, and we're not going to be able to stealth this, pressurized coolant tank. Alright, everybody, chill.
Yeah.
Oh, there's an ambusher. And vanish. Yeah, that just blew up. Hoth has been treating us pretty good, Kath. Welcome to the stream. We are actually helping out the Chiss Ascendancy here on the planet. There's a very large Chiss base that's kind of been kept on the down low, and a Admiral who has gone rogue, apparently trying to get some of the salvage from these ships for himself. So we are allying with the Chiss right now, and we're going to see about putting that Admiral out of business. I would also have accepted freeze as an action one-liner. Yeah, we've met quite a few Chiss here, because I keep on forgetting that the Chiss homeworld is a cold planet. I don't think it's like this cold, but it is definitely on the chilly side. Okay, we'll turn this into forward camp. Maybe we'll have some other quest unlocked for us. Because of these Twi'leks I'm seeing at all of the camps that are just kind of hanging out. Is this... ah.
Good to hear from you. We've been receiving the feed from the data arrays, and what we've learned is quite interesting. We had assumed there were one, perhaps two groups of Tals out there. We found 6. Had we attacked earlier, we would have gotten one group and the other 5 would have gone to ground.
Now that we've tracked them, it's time to exterminate them.
Commander Triton and I believe we have the answer.
The good part is we know how many Tals there are, and the bad part is we don't have enough forces to hit all 6 groups at once. We have devised a plan to put the Tals in position for a killing blow. Their supplies, weapons, medical equipment, and the high-calorie food they require, all of it is stored in one central location. They may be adapted to the cold, but without their supplies, they wouldn't last a week. So we will destroy their cache.
Let's hear some more.
We want them to panic and launch an all-out, last-ditch attack on us, and we'll be waiting. If I were them, and suddenly without food, I would raid this base. So we will amplify our defenses here and spring the trap shut. Unfortunately, getting at their supplies may be difficult. They are in a series of ice caves overrun by wampers.
Okay.
That sounds like a pretty unforgiving security system.
Wampers can be fooled. A combination of synthetic pheromones and body language could make them think a Tarls is part of their pack.
Oh, that's true.
All the more reason to bring back their equipment. We could learn much from the Tarls.
The last thing you'd want to do in a wampa cave is wear yourself down.
I'll destroy the cache. I'll bring the supplies back. Actually, I'd like to bring the supplies back and help out the Empire here, so...
You'd be surprised how much I can carry.
Very well, then. Who am I to say if you've gone mad? Take anything of theirs that gives them aid or comfort. Make them come crawling. Let them know who the masters of this miserable world are.
Will do. Ornate premium storage box, which I guess we will be grabbing from that location. Resources are resources. Waste not, want not. Especially on a planet like this. Can't really afford to be wasteful, I would assume. Yesterday was pretty rough. Today kind of sucked as well. Kath, I was telling people earlier, something, I don't know if I slept wrong or it just randomly happened, but I've strained or hyperextended or something, a tendon in my foot, in my right foot, and it's swelled up a bit, and walking is a painful affair. So I've put some kind of high-powered prescription icy hot Aspercream kind of hybrid thing on, and I'm hoping that that will take the edge off. And that is a long way down. Can we find a safer way down? Also, we need to remember Cleo needs to talk to us, so as soon as we're done with this, I say we go ahead and fast travel to the base and have a word with her. Because our last conversation didn't go that well, and oh lord, I'm stuck. Okay, I'm better now. That happened to us once on Dromenkos, and that was not good. And a Tal's long-range scout. Thank you, guys. That's actually pretty clever, with some pheromones and body language. I mean, the Tals are giant, like, furry beasts. I guess that would make sense, that they could fool Wampas. The question we need to ask is, can they sleep? Yes, they can. Good. I would like to get through this without getting gnawed upon. Mature Wampa. I assume there's going to be a nasty elite Wampa somewhere here, and these are impressive looking ice caves. Makes me feel like I'm back on Northrend in World of Warcraft, in the Storm Peaks. Alright, here's... We've left the Wampas, now we're back among the Tals. He looks so friendly, like a Muppet. And Silas has followed. Greetings, program. Welcome. Hope you're having a good day. And we are currently playing some Star Wars The Old Republic. We are on the fan-favorite world of Hoth. And we are in the middle of grabbing jerky. Awesome. And a small satchel of materials. And Cleo wishes to speak aboard the ship. So we're going to actually have to head back to the ship to have a chat with her. The big eyes and the kind of smiley mouth. Okay, there's the supplies. Let's go ahead and put this arms master to sleep. Food. And where is the last one? We need ordnance. If I was ammunition for a Tals, where would I be? I guess somewhere down here on the bottom of this walkway. Yep, there we go. There's some ordnance. Sleep, my friend. And report to Commander Triton. Which is going to take us... oh, right back to the base. Alright. Gonna have to use the holocom. We'll just go through the caves again. We'll fly back to the base, and then we'll head back to the ship, and that means we'll still have a fast travel to kind of continue on what we need to do and search for the first cache for our Chiss friends. We also met our new companion, our soon-to-be new companion for the first time. A female Imperial officer who apparently considers herself a member of the Chiss Ascendancy, which definitely has Threll's interest. I had my 3-year-old nephew run up to me this morning, look at my big butt. Oh, okay. The joys of nephews. I can relate. I have 3 of them myself. Hilarious what they come up with. Yeah, mine are getting a little... I think my nephews are 13... 10 or 11. I think they're like 2 to 3 years apart. And the oldest is obsessed with Fortnite right now. That's all they do. That's all he does is play Fortnite. Apparently. You can play like crazy, load them with sugar, and send them home. Yeah, that's kind of what I do. I'm the cool uncle that on birthdays or Christmas or something, I get them the cool stuff that their parents wouldn't necessarily get for them. That has got me into trouble, though, before. Because when my oldest nephew was, I think, around 10 or so, he loved Batman, was obsessed with Batman, and he wanted a Batman game. So without really thinking about it, I bought him Batman Arkham Asylum because I love that game. It's one of my favorite Batman games. And I didn't know how bad the whole Scarecrow levels were going to mess him up. So, yeah, that got taken away. And my brother and my sister-in-law were like, we need to approve some of these gifts before you hand them off to the kids. And I'm like, okay, fine.
I believe you requested Tal supplies, Captain Udrus.
Excellent. I will search through this once the coming battle is over.
Which won't be long. Our sensors will catch the Tals, and our anti-personnel guns will obliterate them.
Commander! Commander! There's reports of a Tals attack.
That didn't take long.
Excellent. What wing are they headed for?
No wing, sir. They're at the power station. They're overrunning the guards. They brought bombs.
These Tals have no fear. Even when their army is at its last breath, they want to take us down with them.
If they kill the power station, we'll have no heat. We'll have to evacuate, or we won't last past nightfall.
I'll head there immediately.
I'll call for reinforcements from a Damus orbital. They should be able to land within the hour. Just get to that power station, and quickly.
The Tals have a very similar theory to me in war games. When I know that or war games or board games or anything else, if I know that I'm about to lose, I'm like, okay, I'm going to find whoever was my biggest enemy, and I'm going to make sure that they don't win. And now the Twi'lek wants to talk to us. Please, don't kill me. I work for the Empire. Don't kill me. Me and my crew were running power converters for the Imperials when these things attacked. Hairy, four-eyed monsters. Tulls, I think they're called. I'm the only one who survived. Everyone else got torn to pieces.
The dangers were part of the job. If you weren't ready for them, you shouldn't have accepted.
No one's ever ready to die, but my crew was pouring blaster fire to those things and they just wouldn't go down. The Empire needs power converters to keep its outposts running, but anybody who comes close to my shipment gets picked off by the Tals. You look like you might be able to actually handle those things. Finish that delivery for me, and my partner will give you my pay, minus expenses, if that matters. Fair enough.
We have an agreement.
Here's where those monsters got the drop on us. Recover the power converters and Dar will have your credits waiting. If you're feeling charitable, well, just make those freaks pay for me and my crew. I know where the older one stands on Marvel vs. DC. I've got some Spider-Man toys and I like those, and I got a Batman toy and you can take one home and bury it. My brother, when he grew up, he had tons of G.I. Joes and the original Kenner Star Wars action figures. He had a ton of toys. And what he would do as a hobby is he would, and I remember him doing this when I was a kid, he would make like popsicle boxes, because he was in the Boy Scouts and everything, so he worked in a lot of arts and crafts. He would wrap these figures up in toilet paper, and like these are some of the first edition Kenner Star Wars figures and some of the first edition G.I. Joes and all this stuff. And he'd wrap them up in toilet paper like mummies and put them in the boxes and then bury them out in this huge field, because I grew up on a small ranch. And he basically had this kind of fort/burial ground in this giant sand mound, and he would just leave them there, and then he would grab them again later as he just play. And when I was older and I realized how much those things were, I would try to go out like years later when the sand dune had already disappeared and try and dig until I could find those toys and those boxes, and I can never find them. They're still there. One day when I was walking out in the middle of this field, I found the old Rancor, Return of the Jedi toy line Rancor. It was in pieces. I mean, it wasn't like worth anything, but the mass of it was still there, which was crazy to me, and just kind of dangled the worm in front of me with the hook. And we were having, what was this? For July 4th, we were kind of relaying that story. And I just kind of stopped and I looked at my brother, and my brother kind of looked at me and he went, "What?" And I was like, you do realize that if the Toy Story movies were accurate, you would be like one of the most terrifying like bad guys in the Toy Story franchise. And he just kind of stopped and he went, "Oh my God." And I was like, yeah, man, you wrap them up and bury them alive. You're like a serial killer. And we had a really good laugh about that. I still would love to try and figure out where those things are buried, but the other people own the house where I grew up in, and I think that would be kind of awkward if they saw a long-haired 6'4" guy trying to dig a hole in the middle of their side field. They'd probably think I was putting away a body or something. Okay, recover the power converters. Tal's Blizzard Troopers. Well, we'll get to that. We'll get those here in a sec. Let's head in here. Disgusting native life. Disarm the bomb in the main hall. Whoa! What the?
Alright, make me look good.
Vanish. What was this about? Bleeding? And preventive measures. Ah, Cleo! What are you doing? That's weird. Was one of them able to see through stealth? I guess so. That must be it. Alright, well, let me go ahead and commence to killing you all. A Tal's Ranger. Leo is absorbing all the blaster fire for us, which I do appreciate very much so. Down you go. And down you go. Yeah, there's not a whole lot of things I've noticed that can go through stealth, which is strange because the first time I played Imperial Agent, there were quite a few mobs that could see through stealth. A lot more of those probe droids that you had to track down. Defeat Tal's forces, disarm the bomb in the main hall, and recover the power converter. So that's outside. Let's deal with this first. Shock Trooper. Commando. Yeah, something's going on here. Sleeping. I think there's a particular mob that can see through stealth. We're just not actually seeing it. Either that or the cold is giving us away. Colto drip, fatality.
All right, make me look good.
Get the bomb disarmed. Someone set us up the bomb. We have signal. Tal's commando, shock troop. Alright. Well, let's just consider that a fluke. Yeah, see, what is that? We're just randomly getting hit with some sort of buff. We might have to kill all these guys instead of sneak past them, which is rare in this playthrough so far. That's okay. We'll get that secondary achievement and call it good. It might be the base itself. Yeah. Tal's Ranger. Let's try and stay away from these guys as much as possible. Kind of figure out what's going on. Bum 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 bum. I guess it makes sense. They have 4 eyes. So they may be able to see things a little bit clearer than a lot of other aliens that we've seen in this game. Okay, Ranger. Yeah, it's we get too close to them, it will break stealth. Very interesting. And poof. Shock Trooper. I have to make sure we just stay away. See, what is that? And they can just see us from far away too, which is interesting. And dual commandos too, as well. This is not the Muftak that I remember. Because Muftak actually had no idea about his race. He didn't even know the name of it. He had some sort of amnesia happen to him in storyline. So he had no idea where he came from, and hanging out in Tatooine, where he was miserable because it's a desert planet, no one else who was on Tatooine knew what race he was. This quantity really makes up for poor quality. Well, if I remember correctly, the top eyes, the small eyes are for normal vision, and the large eyes are for, like, night vision. I think that was the case, if memory serves. Yeah, this should be the last one. We're going to run into something nasty on the way back. Confront the Tal Sergeant. Of course. Hello, my furry friend. You're a slave serving evil masters, strange one. The Empire cares nothing for non-humans.
Your pathetic gargling only displays your ignorance.
It is I who know more than you. Our champion, the Slayer of Sith, heads this way. You die in failure like your Colonel Vanis. Alrighty. Well, we will get right to the killing then. Shank. And defeat the Tal's champion. What? Oh! Oh, is this the Sith killer? That's why there's no Sith on this planet. We should be giving this guy a medal. We shouldn't be killing him. As I said before, there's a refreshing lack of Sith on this planet.
Rise and shine.
Currently. The DOTs are just brutal. Yes, that's why I like them so. And down you go. Ah. Lieutenant got here just in the nick of time.
Lieutenant Oron reporting in, my lord. Our company is on the ground and we have secured the perimeter.
My lord? I didn't know I got promoted.
Tell me you cut off their retreat.
We're the orbital reserve, sir. We did what we came to do. We'll finish up here. If you return to Dawn Base, Commander Triton will no doubt want to congratulate you in person.
Okay. I'm alright with this, but we first need to grab those power converters. But I was going to Tashi Station to pick up some power converters. You can waste time with your friends when your chores are done. Come on, get to it. And we killed most of the Tals here just because we didn't really have a choice. Yeah, the dots are brutal, and that's actually one of the reasons I like lethality, is because I play Swindlegear the Rogue for my WoW playthrough, and he's all combat, so it's cool to play another kind of stealth spec that's all about like poison and damage over time. It feels like power converters are probably important, Owen. How's that messing around? Yeah. Asking the real questions there, Kath. Alright, let's take out these Blizzard Troopers. And, oh, that's the Tals with a big sword. Shoo!
Alright, make me look good.
2 power converters. Another dead Tals. Galio here is holding in the forts. These guys would make some amazing rugs. Toxic haze up in my brain. And more? Hopefully we'll find... Ah, okay, cool. It's gonna be more than 2. Blizzard Commando. Yeah. That talisman really ties the room together. And Uno Mas. And you know what? We're going to let you guys live. Why not? Well, actually, yeah. Deliver the power converters to Dar Zebin, who I believe is also at the Dorn base. So we will travel that way. I have a Wampa rug in my Manon house. Oh, we can go to Manon? Cool. Can we get a house here on Hoth? I doubt it, but that'd be kind of cool. That seemed to be a place that Threll would actually like being. More like home. Sadly, no. Boo. Alright, Dar, I was kind of curious why you were here the first time around. Well, I'll be. Garrick sent word that he'd rustled up some folk to help, but you must be the meanest customer on this ice ball. Glad to see those power converters, too. I understand Garrick offered up his crew's pay. Here you go. I best get back to figuring out how we'll deliver the next shipment. You take care. The new one that's coming out next is Rishi, which is a pirate planet in the Shadow of Revan expansion. Ooh. Keen Mod 16. Nah. We'll just go for the box. We need those sweet, sweet credits.
And you say the entire Toll's force was held off by one person? And they're not even a Sith?
It sounds incredible, to be sure, but here, I'll let you talk directly. Sir, our gratitude is overwhelming. We were just talking about you. May I introduce Moff Braynor, overseer of the Hoth system, among others?
I'm honored.
If not for you, Dawn Base would have been lost, and all the outposts that depend on it. It is for that reason I ask you your opinion. Would you say Commander Triton or Chiss Captain Udris was more instrumental in the base's defense?
Oh, no. Okay, well, this is not going to... If the Moff is putting us on the spot, we know who the real power it lies, and that is with our friendly Chiss Captain.
Captain Udris's advice formed most of our key strategies. We relied on him heavily.
That is as I expected. Very well. Captain Udris, you are now Colonel Udris. I am putting the base's welfare in your hands until further notice.
It seems you have broken down a few barriers, Colonel Udris.
I thank you. This is unprecedented. You do me great honor, Moff Braynor. I will have the base at inspection quality immediately.
Sir, if I might ask, do you think the enlisted men will have a problem taking orders from Colonel Udris?
You mean, will they refuse orders from a Chiss? They will at first. Then they will be made examples.
Fear will keep them in line. Let's go ahead and try and make Udris's job a little bit easier.
You could demonstrate your commitment by helping win the men over.
That is an excellent idea. I will begin immediately. Thank you, Moff Braynor. Colonel Udris.
That will be all.
Well, that went better than expected.
I suppose we should be happy we don't have pirate problems here.
He's referring to another security failure. Captain Revar at Leth Outpost lost a reactor substation to the White Moor pirates. We have asked much of you, but Captain Revar has not, and his soldiers desperately need relief at the Leth Outpost. If you have the time, look in on them.
Is there a Chiss there we can get promoted? Thermal. Cool. Got a little bit of an upgrade. And that was the battle scarred. Yeah, focus.
You and me, we're getting good.
Good deal. A Chiss Emperor in 2020 after the Battle of Yavin. That would be amazing. More Chiss, the better. Alright, let's go ahead and sell some garbage.
Anything I can do to help.
Repair all. And we haven't found any more stuff for Kaleo, unfortunately. Small satchel of crafting materials. We'll put those right there. Mersong Electro Tex boots. See what those look like. Those are horrendous. We will sell those. Sell that. We'll open the premium storage. Sell that.
For the Empire.
And M40 Fusion Vibro Knife, which we don't need. And Merlang Norris boots. Are they Chuck approved? I think we've seen these before. Alright. Oh, like an Outcast campaign? That would be awesome. For sure.
For the Empire.
I'm kind of holding off doing any kind of tabletop gaming until the next VTM comes out. But, man, I've been itching to do some Star Wars tabletop. Either online with people or in person. Thing is that most of my friends, and this is really starting to bug me, and this is kind of going to what I was talking to you guys in a previous stream, I don't remember which one, about me thinking about leaving West Texas and going back to New Mexico, is that a lot of my friends are leaving this area, like in droves. And the thing about board games and stuff is you actually need people there in order to play. Be freaking down for that? Ooh, that could have potential.
Do you require medical attention?
I'll have to give that some thought, Kath, for sure.
Be well.
Alright, so we got running the numbers to the Leth outpost. Is that where we needed to go anyway?
All products only as intended. Be well.
Where's the flight point? There we go.
Travel route is confirmed.
Well, we got about 20 minutes left in the stream. Actually, crap. I always wanted to play a Malkavian who thought they were a Ventru. That's actually kind of ironic, considering that the Malkavian in Vampire the Requiem, Malkavians are a bloodline of the Ventru, because Ventru, their clan weakness is they suffer a mental instability. Not necessarily an insanity, but if I recall, they have some sort of thing like that, and the Malkavians are considered the most extreme in terms of that, which is kind of ironic. Interesting little twist. And I think they're called Malkavians in Requiem. Okay, we got to search for the cache right there. And we may just go ahead and talk to Kaleo near the end of the episode. Yeah, near the end of the stream. Let's go ahead and get our briefing about everything we need to do here.
Ways to go before we hit the next shelter. Hope you're ready for this.
I am. And that's actually one of the reasons I was like, Malkavians were one of those clans that you could do very well or very badly. I don't think there was a whole lot of ground for the middle. Ooh, another Chiss.
Agua bosca puño, bosca.
There, those lights are flickering again. Why can no one else see it? There's another power fluctuation on the way. I keep telling my superiors it's not our fault. Someone is tapping our main generator, but they just think we're being incompetent.
No.
Idiots. They'll take all the power, and then all the Imperial outposts are going to be left in the dark. Well, that's cool. Someone actually speaking the native tongue.
Who's responsible for this?
Our generator readout console might have had some answers, but I can't check. Naturally, I'm being held responsible for keeping our systems from blowing out. Whoever's behind it, pirates, the Republic, we need to know who it is and give them what they deserve. My superiors expect nothing less.
Sounds like you could use a hand.
I've isolated the power tap. Our generator's not too far. Its readout should show. Once you find out who's responsible, wipe them out, along with whatever they're powering with our energy. I'll be waiting to pass on the good news. Yes, ma'am. And Captain Revar. Not a full-on makeup, but I feel like red blush on blue skin wouldn't look the best. No, I don't think it would.
What is this? I asked not to be disturbed. Ah, it is you.
Hello there.
Triton and that Chiss fellow spoke well of you. Make yourself at home. I was busy calculating our chances in case the Republic attacks. It looks grim. If they bring a force of any real size, we're doomed.
Never tell me the odds.
Don't focus on possibilities, focus on what we will do.
The best force multiplier would be installing more automated guns, which we have. However, they eat power. What we really need is to tap into the nearby geothermal power substation, but it's been taken by the White Maw. We don't have the manpower to take on those pirates, and we've got a base that'll black out in any sustained fight with the Republic.
Criminals are no threat to me. Frozen ones less so.
The White Moor's Hawks are more like an army than criminals. Our kill ratio for them is about 1 to 10. This is an energy coupling you'll need to install when you've eliminated all resistance. It should divert flow back to the outpost. With that power, our guns will be operational and give us a fighting chance. Go in strength.
Okay. Go to the geothermal energy station. Cool. And then we got the glacial fissure that way to the High Mount Ridge. Use the readout console. I don't know, Chiss may go for the purple look. Don't know. Alright, right, readout console, search for the first cache, go to the geothermal substation. We will do that first, since it's close by. Even silver. That's a question you could ask Timothy Zahn at a con. Mr. Zahn, sir, how do Chiss date? Actually, need to do that in an appropriate tone. Mr. Zahn, how do Chiss date? Just to see how he would react. Chiss mating habits. Alright, here's the geothermal substation. Taking power from the planet core, as they say, or Boss Nass says. What's Chiss fashion like? White Maw Destroyer, Blaster, Shooter. All these pirates have such official titles. Install the power coupling. Alrighty. Excuse me. And looks like it's right there. We will make that guy sleep. And return to Captain Revar. Cop-out answer. Just like humans, but blue. Dabba dee dabba die. As the song goes. Okay, though that was fairly easy. They were not paying attention, and one of the reasons I love Threll's current garb is the fact that it matches and blends with the terrain. Now let's use the readout console and then do the first cache. See if we have enough time. We've got about 13 minutes left in the stream. See what we can pull off here. Ascendancy Barrier. That's a new space combat mission that we have. Is that actually doing stuff for the Chiss? Because if so, that'll probably be Threll's most important space mission to date. Maybe something a little bit different, too. Oh. My neck just cracked. I'm like, oh, that feels so much better. And there is a mission here as well. Recon droid. Right in the middle of enemy territory. That's nice. Republic soldiers have been spotted spying on the Imperial generators in the southern reaches of High Mount Ridge. The contingent looks to be comprised of Tals and Ortolan Republic sympathizers. Oh, that's the same race as Max Rebo. These spies must be wiped from the region and their communications network destroyed to keep the Empire's outposts secure. Once their forces are routed, retrieve the ID card from the head of this espionage outfit and return it to a nearby station for further analysis. While traveling through High Mount Ridge, you have uncovered a group of Republic soldiers spying on the Imperial generators nearby. The small contingent... Okay, defeat the Republic spies in the area. We will accept this task. Where is it? Right next to the first cache. Cool. And... need to use that readout console. We got a White Maw Lashmaster. Kinky. Excuse me, sir. Or madam. The console is showing a massive drain on the generator. Clearly the pirates are responsible for siphoning the power. Look at the Gamorrean asleep. The readings show a spike at coordinates a short distance away. Ah. Destroy the white mod generator bypass. Will do. Bum 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 bum. Oh, we have to kill all of you, don't we? Okay, fine. We can do that. Shank.
This ugly.
And all of you are stunned and coolant. Cool body. And one more droid. And down you go. So that should give us our power back, thankfully. Chiss kind of remind me of Romulans. Yes, very similar to Romulans. White Maw pirates. Now we need to search the first cache and kill some spies. And I'm not going to worry about eliminating more pirates. We'll take out the spies first. Romulans are some of my favorite aliens in Star Trek. And we just need to kill all of you. Okay. I feel bad killing these little guys, though. They're like Jawas, kind of. These guys love food. That's like their call in life. Like in the Tales from Jabba's Palace anthology, Max Rebo actually takes the contract for Jabba because Jabba promises him all he can eat. And he does so just instinctively, not caring what the rest of the band thought. And everyone's like, Max, what are you doing? He's like, it's a good deal. You hate killing these guys? I do too. The Tals I'm kind of about, but the Orlortons makes me a sad panda. But it is what it is. No one said that intelligence work was going to be glorious. It's a sound they make that really tugs at the heartstrings. Okay, we have got communication equipment here. And fortunately, it looks like they're all just... this way, guys. Fortunately, they die quickly. See, the dots are doing their work. Well, remember, we're doing the dirty work. The Sith take pleasure in it. The intelligence officers don't necessarily take pleasure in it. They just do it because they know it's for the greater good. And here's our last three. Ooh, they've got special beam cannon. Holy crap. Those look like ice miners. Like mining lasers. Alright, disable the communications equipment. That was nearby, wasn't it? Yep. The satellites. Business is business. They wouldn't hesitate to kill us, so that's just one of those things. Tal's lore object. Don't shoot me, I'm trying to learn about you. Rude. Ah! Cleo. Bad. Okay, set the mechanic's hut on fire and take his card. Okay, give me one moment and I will do that. Ooh, you healed. There you go. How you doing, Cleo? Oh, you are not doing well. You're tank healing. Alright. Here's your dots. Is this what you wanted? Oh, they're just going to heal through. I'm going to actually have to interrupt their healing. There we go. There we are. And I actually messed up my hotbar. I'm going to have to fix that before the next stream. Set the mechanic's hut on fire and loot his ID card. And then we will travel back to the ship and speak with Cleo and see what's on her mind. And look at it, his hut's like here in the middle of nowhere. And what's that one? Set the... okay, multiple mechanic huts. Cleo, there you go. There he is. He's the nastiest of the blue elephants.
Rise and shine.
Oh, I didn't lock my my hotbar. That's why everything's messing up. Oh, it's one of my favorite music tracks in Star Wars. The hero falls. Alright. Access the mission Dropbox. So we can just go and turn that in and everything will be good. So, we are going to go ahead and use our abilities. And head right to the starship. People don't look at exploitation. Whoops. I meant explosions. Okay, oh good lord, everyone wants to talk to us.
I just finished cleaning the fuel injectors to the sublight drive. You should notice a 0.00008% power increase.
Thank you. Crap, I didn't know that we, Okay, it looks like Vector, both Vector and Cleo. The doctor does not want to have a chat. Okay, well, we will end the stream talking to the crew.
Agent, we've had time to think since reuniting the Killick colony. Not that our work hasn't kept us busy, but we didn't actually thank you for allowing our pilgrimage. You should come with us next time.
Sure.
No need to thank me. You ever need support, just say the word.
We'll try not to make you regret that offer. In any case, we should get back to work. We promised Cleo we'd keep the hatchlings away from her quarters, which means some training is in order.
Cleo hasn't said much about you. Everything going all right?
After some early missteps, we're learning to tolerate one another. We no longer invite her to the Jarrick games. She no longer spits in our tea. Give us a few months. We've negotiated with worse.
Fair enough. As long as all the kids are getting along. Okay, Cleo?
Hello, Cleo. What's going on?
Hey, so I've been thinking, with all the stuff I've told you about my past, we ever talk about the Brenthal anarchists?
She's wearing new gear.
You've mentioned their existence and that you worked with them. No details.
Then here's a morsel for you. We were the Revolutionary Edge Brigade. So was probably me and a dozen other guys. We blew up hollow relays, robbed banks, kidnapped politicos and corporate honchos. Did a lot of damage.
You never struck me as especially political. Why'd you join the anarchists?
Kind of an accident. I started with the local gangs. Someone saw my potential. I wasn't really in it for the philosophy. Even so, there's times I look at who we work for now and, well, I never thought I'd end up helping a bunch of dictators, you know?
Sounds like you believe in what you did after all.
Maybe. maybe not. Thing is, I'm actually pretty content. I've got money, company's decent. Even your squad's growing on me. Hypocrisy's a funny thing. See you around, Agent.
I do like that garb, though, on her for sure. Doctor?
I hope I'm not prying. I overheard a bit of your conversation and couldn't help but wonder, have you noticed anything unusual about Kaliyo's behavior lately?
She's overly friendly.
Less griping, more cheer. Other than that, no.
Interesting. I hadn't spotted that. However, I've noticed some encoded messages broadcast to and from the ship. Kaliyo has access to the relay, and I'm trying to assess all possibilities.
Interesting.
Let me know if anything happens, or if you find out more about those transmissions.
Of course. I always enjoy a puzzle.
That's the Republic side outfit of the KP outfit. Huh. Okay. Our relationship with Lucken has gone to level 4. That's cool. Kaliyo. Got a ton of stuff there. A little bit of intrigue. I wonder if Kaliyo is feeling a little bit homesick for past causes. Guess we'll find out a little bit later. But alright guys, I think that is a good place to end the stream. Threll's going to go ahead and warm up a little bit here in the ship, and how he warms up, I'll leave to your imagination. And then we will continue our adventures in Hoth, get that first cache, and continue helping the Chiss Ascendancy on the Frozen World. I've really enjoyed it so far. If that makes any sense, some outfits look different depending on which side you're on. Okay, that makes sense. But hope you all enjoyed it. Thank you all for the new follows and just the chat that we've been kind of talking about, all the geeky stuff. That always helps. So if you haven't followed the channel, go ahead, please do so. I try and stream 5 times every weekday night. And if you were watching this on the YouTube replay, I have the link to Twitch down in the description below. And like, share, subscribe. You guys know the drill there. And we will see you guys next time. Later days, everyone.